everybody, and welcome to my channel. My name's Tessie, and this is Homestead Tessie's Mobile Home Living. Welcome to my channel. In the previous video, you've seen me harvest my potatoes and my garlic. Today I'm going to show you what I do with all of that. This here is what I consider my out porch. In other words, this room does not get heated, and it is really warm in the summertime, but in the wintertime it's perfect. Because we have an old oil furnace right here behind me that we use for hot water for the bathroom, it never freezes, but it's not heated inside here. And so this is perfect for root crops. So I can keep potatoes all year round. I can keep sweet potatoes all year round, and onions and apples and all of that stuff. And you've seen in previous videos where I put it. But I want to show you about the potatoes we harvest today. So I love baskets, and we're going to use baskets in just assembling everything and organizing it. Now, in these paper bags, I have potatoes from last year, and they need to get used up. And I'll show you what they look like, because there's nothing wrong with them. So many times people see potatoes like this and they think, oh my word, we have to throw that away. Actually, they're really good. So they're a little wrinkly. All we do is peel it, make sure we get rid of the sprouts, and I soak it in water overnight, and they become crispy, and you can use them for anything that you need potatoes for. So you can use them for mashed potatoes, to make French fries. They always turn out perfect. So I'm going to use these up in the next 2 weeks. Put them in my basket. Make sure there's none that are rotten, because one rotten one will destroy the rest of them. All right, now you always want to cover this. So potatoes, you can't have any sunlight. Sunlight makes them green, and actually eating a green potato can make you really sick. So we want to make sure we cover it. And however you want to do that, if you want to use an old cloth or however. We're going to put some burlap on top of it, and there we go, and that is ready to put back in my pantry. Now, I had these sweet potatoes ever since April, and they still look amazing. They are amazing because I kept them in a dark place. So we're going to go ahead and put the sweet potatoes in this basket. Once again, you want to go through your items and make sure you don't have any rotten ones. So this one is rotten. This is all paper and everything, and gonna go into my compost barrel, which I use for soil in the spring, and I'll show you that in a moment. So here are my sweet potatoes. I'm gonna go ahead and cover them up. Now I know I need to use both those items before I use my new potatoes that we just dug out of the garden yesterday. And let me show you what they look like. So our local grocery store was giving away all these crates. Now these crates are crates for putting corn in them. Well, it's perfect for putting potatoes in. I'm going to take an old cloth. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to dump all these potatoes in here. Do not wash your potatoes. Do not wash them. If you wash them, they will spoil. Let them like this, and then when the dirt is dry, you can just brush them off. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put them in here. Yes, it's a dirty mess, but in about 3 weeks, you can go ahead, and if you want to, you can brush off the dirt, but this is how you keep them lasting. Then we have to cover them up. We want to make sure that we cover them up. So we're going to go ahead and close the bin, and I'm going to go put it in my out pantry. And that leaves us to the garlic we harvested. Now these are all the seed heads, and these will be garlic for next year. I will plant them in the fall, and then I can harvest them in the summer. We have to go ahead and cut all these heads off, and then we have to dry the garlic for 6 to 8 weeks because the garlic, the bottom, the bulbs are just too strong. So we want to make sure that we cure them. All we're gonna do is cut the tops off. Now we're gonna go ahead, take a rubber band, and we're gonna tie the tops. We want to tie them real tight because as they dry, they will get thinner and thinner, and you don't want them falling. Make sure you get all the small stems as well. I should have had another rubber band, which I will get. We'll go ahead and get another rubber band, and then we're going to go ahead and hang this up in the pantry. So we'll hang them up in the out porch. Now we have all these seed heads. So what we're going to do is put them in this pouch. And then sometime this winter, I'll go ahead and take the seeds off the heads. All right, we're going to take all this leftover and we're going to put it into the compost. The more you read and learn about things, the more interesting it becomes, and learning how to live without waste and how the circle of life goes around and around. Take a look at that. Just dump all this in. You can even throw baskets in there when the baskets rot out. And we gotta give it turns. It's really, really full now. All right, everyone, so this is my out porch. Now it's very dark in here. I have lighting so you can see what's going on, but this is where I store all of my root crops. I store a kitchen chair in here so I have something to stand on that's really sturdy because I have everything from the ground up. So we're working way up, and I'll show you my camera what it all looks like. By the time August is in September, this room is really full, and then by January the room gets a lot emptier. So let me show you what everything looks like. It's always important to have ventilation. Wherever you store food, you have to have ventilation. So you really should have a window or something that will have air movement. All right, now I just got to clean off this little freezer that I have. Make this look nice. I'm going to be canning here later on today, so we have that canner. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and clean my rugs, and I'll call this a day. Woo-wee. It's getting warm now. Now I have blackout curtains, so it's when it's really hot, I will put these curtains down. But because we have a cool breeze coming in here, I'm opening the curtains just to let a good breeze come in here. But when it's really hot, like 90 degrees and it is sunny, we always have the blackout curtains. And in here I have all kinds of things, from rubber bands to dried lemons to all of my soaps. I have lots of different kinds of soaps that I have curing up on the rafters. Every basket is full of items. So I have garlic up here. I have just about everything you can imagine up on the rafters. Think high, think up when you want to store things, because so many times we don't have a lot of room. But if you look up, you can store a lot of things up here. Everything you see, every canned good, I have a video on. Now I have this bag of pretzels. I want to see if I can get a basket to put them in so it looks nicer. And then I am done in this room. Go ahead and clean everything up and work on another video for another project for another day. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.